Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Believe me when I tell you, if we didn't want to make sure we stay consistent for all you guys and make sure we're there whenever you want us here, we would not be on right now. I'll tell you right now, I got no issue saying it. That's how bad this loss was. That's how bad we feel right now, but we're still going to stick it out. We're going to be here for you guys, and we're going to go over everything we just witnessed. So let's not waste any more time. Sam, you can start us up.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast. Talking Titans.
Levis towards the end zone. Got a man. Touchdown. Wow. And it's the fourth TD pass of the day in the debut of Will Levis.
The sickest Tennessee Titans podcast. Sick! It's going to be sick.
Welcome in, one and all, to another live edition of the Sick Podcast, Talking Titans. I'm joined, as always, by my two counterparts, Jarett and Vin. As we are starting things off, I'm just making sure I retweet our show so that all of you on Twitter and beyond can join in on this very, very solemn, depressing Sunday afternoon. I'm going to keep my part short and sweet in the intro because I already did such in my car on Twitter. I'll give more deep depth, but this was as bad as it could possibly have started. There is no way on God's green earth this loss could have gone any worse than it did. So obviously the excitement has been sucked out of this franchise from top to bottom. The guy we all labeled to be the savior at the moment seems to be the exact opposite. And that's all really I have to say. Vin, let's get you right off the bat, brother. Just go right into it.
I'm done with Will Levis. I know it's the first week, and I know there's going to be a lot of people. You're overreacting. He's not going to change. He's not. First off, he's already banged up. He looked like his ankle's already fucked up. He's going to continue to try to run over linebackers who are bigger, stronger than he is. He's going to continue to try to play hero ball, and that shit's not going to fly, bro. You're not at fucking Kentucky anymore. You're in the NFL. These players, you're not Josh Allen. You're not Cam Newton. These players are bigger, stronger, faster than you. So first off, he's not going to last a full season if he continues to play like this. And he will because he's fucking stupid, apparently. Speaking of being stupid, that's a good transition into that shovel pass pick six that lost us the game. Which leads me to my next point. He continues to play hero ball. We are winning that game. Our defense is playing lights out. You learn in Pee Wee football. Shout out Craig Junta, my Pee Wee football coach. Always told me you don't make a bad play worse. Take the sack, throw it out of bounds. Live to see another down, okay? That is, I don't know if it's awful coaching because I highly doubt Callahan didn't tell him not to play like a fucking idiot. Maybe he didn't, okay? We'll get into Callahan later. But that is a piss-poor play by Will Levis, okay? That lost us the game. Throw it out of bounds. It's not even like you were running to the sideline. You tried to make a play downfield. Bro, you were getting sacked and decided to shovel pass the ball to the sideline, okay? And that was the second time he did a shovel pass throughout the course of the game, okay? It's not even like he only did it once. He did it twice. And the second time, it really killed us, okay? Because it was a pick six. The game was lost right then and there. I am done with Will Levis. Fuck him. Move on, whether it's after he gets hurt eventually, okay, and we have to tank with Mason Rudolph and hope that whoever the fuck we pick in the draft is good, but he is not the future of this team, in my opinion. Jarett, go ahead.
Listen, I mean, just to reiterate what you're saying, the pick six, and he had two. I know you said one, but he had two shovel passes.
I know, I said that.
Absolutely inexcusable, okay? There are some things today, like the first three drives. I understand you're trying to establish the run right away, but the first three drives on the road, like we talked about this on Thursday, right, when we had our show. Sal said it. It's very crucial to start hot on the road. We started hot on the road. 17-0 we went up, okay? The defense let up 148 yards, okay? Caleb Williams looked like shit. We all knew it was going to happen. It's a rookie in his first. He was going to make mistakes. The pressure was coming. We wasted a spectacular defensive game plan by Denard Wilson with a shit offensive game plan, in my opinion, by Brian Callahan. How do you not sustain drives?
Genius.
Yeah, in the second half, how you do not sustain drives by it was run pass almost. It's kind of delusional, and that's 17 points that we're so stamped to that we can't get over the hump of 17 points all of a sudden. To me, special teams, the defense. I mean, special teams and offense again. Another block punt. We had to struggle last year with special teams. How does that happen consistently again this year? In game one, led to a touchdown. 2 defensive touchdowns by them. 0 offensive touchdowns by the Bears, and you still lose this game. It's just mind-boggling. I bought Will Levis's jersey last week. It came in this past Monday. I'm ready to ship it back, and I was going to wear it to Nashville. I don't know. This is just
donate it to Goodwill.
One thing we need to stress, though, and this is very important. And this was one of the only things that is giving me a shred of potential hope here. Okay. The offensive line's pass protection today was abysmal. Okay. It was horrendous. Latham, after the first quarter, looked like shit. Skoronski looked like shit all day. Obviously, what's his name going down didn't help either. Ray Dune's going down. But he was getting – they weren't even really over-the-top blitzing, and he wasn't getting a clean pocket. Doesn't change the fact that his decision-making was horrendous, but this was not the Bill Callahan pass protection that we all expected to see in week 1. And that needs to get corrected immediately, regardless of who the quarterback's going to be, because we have a lot of money invested in this offensive line, and they did not hold up their end of the bargain. They had some decent pass blocking in the first quarter. That's why you saw us get those big runs. They were pushing people around. But this kid didn't have all day to throw. He didn't. He really didn't. And that's not an excuse because he was holding the ball too long, throwing the ball out of bounds. Again, I torched him in my car. I went to my car for the postgame because I knew I was going to yell. I torched him. I'm not happy at all. I'm not going to be hoorah on Levis at this point in time over the next 7 days.
Who is?
But the one thing we can at least hang our hat on is that, number one, the pass protection was terrible and that it was week 1. That's it. That's the only thing that I can, because obviously we have every reason to believe that this is just another day amongst us as Titan fans where we finally find out that the newest member of our team that's at quarterback that we thought's the answer is now not the answer, and now we got to redo this whole fucking thing. It's week 1, so we're going to find out what kind of head coach Brian Callahan is. We're going to find out what kind of coach Bill Callahan is, because Brian did a shit job, in my humble opinion, and Bill did a shit job, in my humble opinion. These are the guys we have a lot of money invested in as well. Maybe not Bill, obviously, but Brian. Are they going to make adjustments? Are they going to do things differently against the Jets? Because guess what, guys? Aaron Rodgers ain't going to miss wide open 5-yard slant routes, and he's not going to miss Garrett Wilson sprinting down the left field sideline. That ain't going to happen. So the protection, the defensive pressure can still be there, which can make a difference. But this guy ain't going Rodgers ain't going 10 for 25. Obviously, we know that. So, now obviously this is a must win, almost like a playoff game per se, and we got that to look forward to, I guess.
I mean, there are the hiccups in September. It's week 1. People can say, like you said, Vinny, there's a lot of overreactions, but there's a lot of overreactions to this game because how we lost this game. I would have rather got shithoused in Chicago than lose the way we did. They did not score an offensive touchdown. Then we get in the first quarter, we get a kickoff. We kick off to them. They fumble the ball. We get the ball on the 20. At that point, slit their throat, get in the end zone, not settle for 3. You're on the road. You got to silence that crowd. That crowd was silent, but then you slowly got them back into the ball game. Then you saw the momentum in the second half change. It's unacceptable. But like you said, with Aaron Rodgers next week, you can't let him sit in the pocket. There is a bright spot now. Like I said, the defense was feasting today. The defensive line, with the rotation with Colburn and Sebastian Joseph Day and Sweat, and Jeffrey Simmons, they were feasting today, lighting up and pressuring the offensive line. I see that going forward. The defensive secondary was lights out, in my opinion. Like I said, holding them to 143 points. They had a lot of good wide receivers on there. We made the rookie look like a rookie, but the defense is going to settle in really nice. It's just the offense that needs to take stride and move on.
The Spear. By the way, the Spears. If he gets that first down, we win the game. That's why you guys got out, and everyone has to understand this is a game of inches, man. Mm-hmm. If Spears does not get tackled behind that first down marker, we win that game. He might have been.
I'm not ready to say we win that game.
No. Vin, listen. He had the whole left side of the field open. He might have went to the house on that play. There was nobody around him.
I would have probably thrown a D-hop on the cross because he was more open
I
on the
think there was 7 minutes to go in the fourth. If he gets the first down, it's a first down, and we needed a touchdown, and we win the game. We were up to 3. So it's all game of inches here, and that's just the reality of it. And we had every inch possible go against us in the second half, and obviously Levis had a lot to do with those inches that went against us. So we got to take it like it is. You have every reason to criticize Levis. You have every reason to think he's an absolute fucking joke. And we're also going to find out what this kid's made of. We're going to find out that, and that's another thing, because we got to look at this glass half full, guys. We're getting as much adversity as possible on this kid in 1 week. He is never going to have more pressure on him in his career than he's going to have in the second game at home. So
shut doubters up this week. You could have shut them down, and to come out like that is absolutely inexcusable.
We're gonna really know if this kid's got, balls of steel, because that was horrendous. He lost us the game all the way around, but bright spots, special teams was horrendous as well, off the charts horrendous all the way around. Everything from the block kick to not really getting any good field position on kick returns. Jaquan Jackson was just a non-factor, probably made more bad decisions than good. So, it's just, look, here we go. I just want to see some of these because I'm getting close. Your dumbass keep trying to sell Levis to us knowing what we see. What do you see, brother? Tell me what you see. One game? Well, you didn't see anything last year. See, these are the parts that get me a little upset. Because you got people with 5 brain cells that just show up when things are bad and say, "We told you they were not gonna." Dude, what did you want? What was the other option? Were you gonna want to go with Mason Rudolph today, or were you gonna want to draft another quarterback last year? Was that the best option? So you guys need to get your heads out of your asses. You can be angry that Levis was a joke today, and he was a joke, but to act as if like this franchise was so stupid to give this kid an opportunity in week 1, you're just clueless. But Jarett, you deserve more time, brother. Go ahead.
He has the talent. Yes, the protection wasn't there, especially on the right side in the second half, but the game plan has to get better. Give these guys, let the wide receivers do what they're getting paid for, and that's create separation. There is no, D-Hop has the MCL, but you know what? There's other guys that's getting paid big money. Calvin Ridley is not getting shut down by Stevenson, by the Bears, in my opinion. Treylon Burks, first-round draft pick. You got to show up, bud. Okay, you just can't.
Wait a sec. I'm sorry, Jack. No, we got Bears fans in here. Bears fans telling us about Levis sucking.
148 yards total your offense had. But you know what? Kudos to you guys. Your defense won. Your special teams won. You guys did nothing on offense. So we lost the game. The Tennessee Titans lost this game. The Bears did not win this game.
Caleb Williams, that was like one of the most horrendous starts I've ever seen to a quarter. I can't – if Bryce Young did worse than that last year, then he really is bad too. That was – Caleb Williams couldn't hit a fucking wide receiver on a 5-yard slant route. And you guys are in here telling us about Levis sucking? I would be praying to Christ above that we had the miscues we did. Because you guys think you're going to compete in this division with that performance at quarterback? Oh, my God. It's okay. I enjoy going in other teams' shit when we win. So I know why you guys are, because you literally had to have a freaking pick 6 to win a game, and that's okay. But anyway,
block punt, a strip sack. There's nothing on offense you can be impressed about. Nothing at all.
Yeah, listen, guys, who gives a fuck about what the Bears offense looks like? All right, let Bears fans talk their shit. I can give a fuck about the Bears. I'm worried about the Tennessee Titans, and you two got some set of balls rocking them fucking hats, because I'm ready to send my shit to fucking South Sudan and let them fucking have fun with it, because I am so fucking done with this fucking team. Okay, Will Levis, and I alluded to it before, I don't think, and it was in reference to him trying to run people over, I don't think he's going to change, okay, in regards to running people over and trying to play hero ball. I did not think it would make sense when it came to him trying to make plays that just aren't there. I was more alluding to him running people over. I didn't think he'd change in that regard. Now it looks like he doesn't want to just give up on a play. It is okay, dude. Live to see another down. It is a fucking joke, okay? And how is Callahan not telling him after the first shovel pass? Bro, don't do that shit. Take the fucking sack. I tell my wife, who doesn't give a shit about football, it's funny because I can ask her, Liz, what's the only stat that matters? Turnovers. Thank you, okay? You win the turnover battle, you win the game, okay? This asshole turned the ball over like an idiot. We could have punted the ball. Our defense was playing lights out. Punt the ball. Pin them back. Punt the ball with our fucking MVP punter, okay? Because he's the best player on this team outside of Jeffrey Simmons probably, okay? Punt the ball. Pin them back. Let your defense play. Keep the lead. You tried to make a bad play better, and you did nothing but make it worse. I think
this guy.
It is going to change. Even the Chig throw, even the touchdown to Chig, that was no special throw. Chig made a hell of a catch. This kid looks like he's taking a step back in more than one ways in an offense now that's supposed to be quarterback friendly. Offensive genius, Brian Callahan. Hall of Fame coach, Bill Callahan. Sal alluded to it earlier. This offensive line was mediocre at best. And what are we doing putting Rupich in? Where's Brunskill, who was maybe the only bright side on our offensive line last year at times, a veteran right guard? Where's he? You know, I just question the decision-making on this team. Maybe we're jumping ahead because it's just week one. But to me, those are things that Will Levis hasn't changed yet, okay? We saw it last year, him trying to play a bit of hero ball, run players over, okay? He's doing that again. He's not going to last the full season if he keeps this up. And if he does, he better change his ways because we'll be picking at the top of the draft next year, and he'll be fucking, gone.
Listen, I mean, I understand like the Will Levis, he may be good. He needs to be consistent. We need a consistent quarterback play for this team, not the way it's built right now. Next week he can look like an all-star. At home opener when we're all there, we have our party Saturday. He can go 3 touchdowns for 250 yards, 270 yards and beat the Jets at home. That's terrific. We need that consistent quarterback play who's not making mistakes and throwing games away like he did today. When you're up on the road like that, all you got to do is manage the game. Be a game manager. If you don't even want to score points, just dink and dunk it down the field. It's a simple recipe. I don't know where their heads were in the second half to create separation and everything. It's crazy how bad the halftime adjustments were that they couldn't even put a point on the board. Yeah, they couldn't put a point on the board. Not even a field goal.
It was bad. There's no way around it. Everything about today's game was bad, and what made it so bad is that Levis is the real, the biggest reason as to why this game was lost. The Bears' offense was so abysmal. How do you all they had to do was not let the defense score points, and they were going to win, and they couldn't do that. They had to give the defense points, and they even had to give the offense.
I don't give a fuck about Joe Burrow. I'm tired of these people making comparisons, talking about the Bears, talking about Joe Burrow. I don't give a fuck. I'm worried about Will Levis and what he did. Okay?
Well, here's the thing. He's trying to make it a little bit more optimistic. Like, obviously, the thing is, the difference there is number one, Burrow had a lot of success real early. Number
Burrow's
one,
not making shovel pass throws for interceptions.
Don't ever compare Will Levis to Joe Burrow, who went to the Super Bowl in his second year in the league. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, what I said earlier is obviously 100% the truth. Is the season completely lost? Of course it's not. Who ended up winning that Colt Texan game, by the way?
The Texans.
Of course. It's not lost. This defense is really good, it looks like. And I'm talking like really, really good. Because no matter what you want to say about what Will Levis did, we really should try to spend a good fair amount of time talking about the fact that this defense was all up in Caleb Williams shit all day.
I'd be like that
And
all season long,
even when he had a decent pocket, he couldn't get a good throw off because there was just constant duress. So another good point. How many good Titan seasons have started with disaster? I mean, we just historically lose so many week 1 matchups.
Yeah, I understand that, but like, listen, the 0-4 starts the last four seasons. It doesn't matter. How do you lose this game? We're talking about Will Levis taking another step. It's not taking another step. That's why we're overreacting so much. All you needed to do was manage the game, not to lose. And to Vinny's point again, the shovel passes are going to kill you. He's going to get torched in films this week. Okay, you can't do this shit for the rest of the season. Or in my opinion, yes, I'm calling for Mason Rudolph by week 9. If this shit continues.
Week 9.
Yeah, 9.
He ain't gonna make it to week 9. He can fucking play like.
Of course.
Jarett. If he plays like this next week,
Ronnie Coleman, Hulk Hogan, and Josh Allen mixed in the fucking one. He's not. He's fucking hurt.
He's not playing against Green Bay if he plays like this next week. They're going to pull him after next week.
They're going to do something at practice this week and in meetings.
Yeah,
there's zero shot. Like, this is going to be a lesson learned. Going into as a pro, he's going to get torched. He's going to get screamed at. I understand that, but you cannot move forward like this. You just can't.
Listen, like I said, and this was because we got to try to put some sort of positive spin on this. Do me a favor, Sam. Sam, do me a favor. Sam, stop showcasing that guy's shit in here, please. Thank you. If you want to be a troll, but we're not going to plaster his comments up. The bottom line is we have to try to put somewhat of a positive spin on this. And the reality of the situation is we have potentially a stellar defense. And I'm talking like really good. If Sweat is as good as I thought he looked today, and again, that was one of my tweets. Not one more bad fucking thing about Sweat until I have a serious reason to. Because he was all over the field. He was aggressive. He was throwing dudes around. Didn't look like no 3-down back to me. Or 2-down back or 2-down defensive tackle to me. He looked like a 3-down defensive tackle. And he looked great next to Simmons. Simmons, I mean, that's why we're so angry right now. Why everyone in the fan base is so angry right now. Because even like a mediocre performance, nobody loses that game against that pitiful offense. Nobody. Derek Carr would have diced up that fucking team like nobody's business. Like I think Derek Sam Darnold probably. Look at Sam Darnold. How many points did he put up?
47.
Well, the Giants flat out stink too, so let's not compare.
Oh, they do stink. You know who else stinks? The fucking Bears stink. Let's take another average 150 yards a game this year. Watch. Keenan Allen is broken down. DJ Moore is the only guy they got, and they couldn't get him open. Odunze, who knows?
Let's
hear his name once today.
Let's continue, because our defense is legit. Okay, and I'm gonna die on a sword. I'm gonna die on a sword that our defense did not lose this game.
I already dumped my quarterback. I already know. I'm just.
Another bright spot on offense that could possibly be good for the future for us is Tony Pollard. 82 yards on a touchdown today. He looked really good, really sharp. I know they went away from Tajay Spears. They were riding a hot.
Giving him the ball in the second half.
Listen, I understand that, but I'm saying it's a bright spot.
Offensive genius, Brian Callahan.
We
got? Sal, where's your father at? Ugats. Tell him to say it. What do we got? We got Ugats. We got
any other situation I probably could have got him on. Not now.
We got fucking nothing. Brownlee. Okay, he looked good. Our 5th round corner. That's fucking cute. Our fucking running back, who we're gonna pay $7 million a year for the next 3 fucking years. He looks so good. We stopped giving him the fucking ball after he ran down their throats. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you not let up a touchdown on defense and lose a game?
If the special teams wasn't horrendous and we squeak a win out, it's a much different situation. See, that's the underlining part that we need to just realize. Okay.
What do I always say? Difference between 5 and 12 and 12 and 5 is this much.
That's it. That's it. So if we squeaked a win here, we would have been highlighting, okay, the Levis throwing a back foot, and he's gonna be told specifically never again to throw the ball while you're falling down. I mean, as stubborn as the kid is, we got to assume he's not going to do that again.
That's what I said. You got to learn.
No.
He hasn't changed yet.
he single-handedly.
That is his instinctual instinct is to make those kind of plays. He did it last year trying to run people over. It's cool. It's cute. It looks cool.
I know.
Trying hard.
But he was a pick six, though.
I think
that lost the game.
This is who he is. He refuses to change. Why would he stop doing it now? You could get coached till you're blue in the face. In the midst of a game, I think he's going to continue to do this stupid fucking shit.
I disagree, but you're entitled to your opinion. I think as crazy as he is, this was his worst game as a pro by a long shot. And he got away with the shovel the first time. The second time, it literally lost us the game. So I got to assume that if nothing else, that we're not going to see that kind of mistake again. If it does, obviously he's an idiot because he can't think he's going to continue to be a starting quarterback in the NFL doing shovel passes to the sideline for pick sixes. That's not going to work. So, again, the pressure is there now. Pressure's a privilege. That was a quote from him.
My friend. He's adorable.
My friend, you got the privilege now, my guy, because the pressure is on. He better look like Drew fucking Brees against the Jets. If he is what we say he is, where he's a guy who makes mistakes, learns from them, steel trap, this, that, and the other. That's it.
Listen, they got
because guess what? If we won this game with the way Levis played,
take it and run.
That we could get complacent early, and who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like the margin of error for him could not be thinner after one game. I couldn't imagine it being this thin when we started this game today, but it is almost fucking unvisible, the margin of error Levis has after what he just did today. So
listen, yeah, I totally agree with you. And there was anybody in the comments or on YouTube or Twitter, how many drives did the Titans have today that you said, you know what, that's a damn good drive. If we could sustain this for the rest of the game, we're good. One. It was the 14-play drive that scored a touchdown. And how many throws did Will Levis, in your opinion, guys, I'm asking you guys, did you say, wow, great throw? Two. There was a third down. There was third down conversion on a slant. And then there was, and I'll give Chig the Chig's touchdown.
Yeah.
A decent throw. That's it. There was not like, oh my God, every time he threw the ball, I just had, because you have that gut feeling as a Titan fan. You're like, every time you get, you have that gut feeling in the game that something's going to go bad. I have that gut feeling every time now that he's throwing the football, and I shouldn't feel this way.
25 fucking years.
Yeah, you shouldn't feel this way as a Titan fan in this modern day offense now.
It was like Mario. It was like Mario all over again. Like here we go, drops back, hope for the best.
Change my mind next week while we're in Nashville.
I'm 1 week away for calling on number 17 to come back.
Oh please. There is
he
no
He wanted to get that in there to start a pot.
I'd rather have Mike Vrabel as the quarterback than bring Ryan.
I'd rather have Mike Vrabel as our head fucking coach if the offensive genius.
That's how you know it's bad.
Ryan Callahan can
Vince calling for Vrabel back.
Week one, a lot of overreactions. We'll see
he's semi-joking, but
let's turn the page, man. Let's get this game off. Let's turn it off. We have an exciting week next week. We're gonna be by Vinny on Friday. Me and Sal.
Yeah, guys. By the way, we got almost 500 people in here right now. First off, whether you're in here just to relish in our absolute anguish, or if you're here just to try to collectively be part of this group therapy session, we really appreciate you. If you'd be so kind to give us a follow or a subscription on YouTube or whatever you're listening or watching on, we would appreciate that very, very much. Whether you're new here, you've been coming here for a while, we try to keep up with putting our shows on every single week to keep you guys up to date. And, we really appreciate everybody joining in. But yeah, we got to wipe this off our minds. It's going to be impossible. I said to my dad when I came in here, like, if they don't win this game, this week is going to be not fun, And now the juice is out of the trip. It's just out of the trip, and we got to get some more juice in the trip.
We'll be back once Friday comes. Once Friday comes, listen, we got a big party, man. And DraftKings is giving us the stage on Saturday night, so we're gonna have TD there. The vibes are going to be high because we need a home win. We need a home opener win to get the crowd going. So we're going to get the crowd going on Saturday night. We got some giveaways. We're going to have the live podcast. We're going to, interact with you guys too as well. And it's gonna be a fun, good week, and we're gonna come away with a victory against the Jets. If we lose to the Jets, man, my God, we got to come home to Jersey and listen to this shit now. We're gonna
think, honestly, Jarett, as much as we're gonna do our best to ramp ourselves up and try to get back on the horse, you think we're beating the Jets?
Listen, we got a good defense. We can pressure Rodgers too because they have an offensive line that's pretty shaky as well. So I'm not too worried with the defense as of yet until they give me a reason to. But the offense, they need to change my mind, and it needs to change fast on Saturday. They need to start fast. You want to talk about starting fast on the road? You got to start fast like lightning. I want the ball first, and I want to score on that opening drive at home. You got to set the tone at home.
Yeah. I mean, this was just Levis could not have disappointed me more than he did today. That's just the reality of it. He really, really let me down. And obviously you two were on board, relatively quickly as well. But for me, I'm as vocal as it gets when it comes to Levis's defense and how excited I was from the second he was drafted. Like, I just had the vibe. And I'm looking like a complete piece of shit right now. I just am. And I'm going to eat
all
the
of us
crow.
are, man. We're all sitting there. We believed. We believe all you need to do is not win a game. We all believed Will Levis was it. And he choked badly today. You need to come back and you need to be consistent now going forward. It's a lesson learned week one. Now you got to go on a run in the tear. Because right now the fan base is weeble wobbly on you. Some people are saying it's week one. Us three could overreact. There's a lot of people that are agreeing with us, and there's a lot of people not. The fan base is split 50-50. It's week one. Relax. It needs to change, and it needs to change next week.
The one thing I'll say about the people saying Mason Rudolph, I understand why you're saying this, but here's the reality of it, whether you want to admit it or not. That can't happen, and I'll tell you why that can't happen. Because one of two things needs to happen, one of which we find out Will Levis is our future quarterback and the guy we're going to roll with and try to win a Super Bowl with, or it's going to be an epic disaster, and we need to make sure we are the worst team we could possibly be so that next year we can try it again. And there's a couple names on my list.
Quinn yours?
No, we're not even doing this. We're not fucking doing this. The bottom line is we cannot see any backup quarterbacks come in based on performance.
Absolutely not.
We're riding or dying. That's it. Okay? Now, as pissed as we are at him, we're not going to not fucking – we're still riding with him. I'm still gonna be juiced up for this home opener. Somehow I'm gonna find a way, but just couldn't be worse. This couldn't have been worse. So that's just the bottom line. So why don't we shout out our sponsors real quick? We'll start out with Homage. Again, I can't stress it enough, guys. Homage has the best gear in the game for all sports, everything across the board. They specialize in ultra comfy, high quality looks. Repping sports, pop culture, and more legendary moments. Learn more about Homage with the link in the description. Make sure you get all their stuff. I can't stop. Every other week, I'm trying to get more stuff from them. So make sure you do that. Manta Sleep, Jarett, take it away.
Yes, Manta Sleep. This is the perfect opportunity for you guys to grab this right now to cover your eyes. If you're getting tired of Tennessee Titans football in the second half, the mask obviously, it helps you. It helps you sleep in a complete darkness. If you guys want to use it, use our code SICKTITANS for 10% off at mantasleep.com.
And then DraftKings, which we don't want to forget about our big party there next week at the DraftKings bar. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the best place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use our code SICKSPORTS. That's Sick Sports, not Sick Titans, because the Titans only make us sick. So use the code SICKSPORTS. That's the code SICKSPORTS for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of free NFL Plus Premium on us, only on DraftKings. The crown is yours because it's not
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in New Hampshire, Oregon, and Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at nfl.com/terms.
And yeah, so there is a bright spot, and it's that we will all get together next week with all of our fans. We'll get to meet a lot of people, fans of the show, next week at the home opener, live in Nashville at the DraftKings Sports and Local. September 14th. It's Saturday night at 7 p.m. Special guest Teron Davenport. He works for ESPN. He covers the Titans. He's a friend of the show. I can't wait to pick his brain on how disappointed he is in this team after this loss. You get to meet me, Sal, Jarett, and the people who behind the scenes that run this show. We couldn't do this without them. So with that being said, though, I got nothing left to say about this team right now.
Listen, tomorrow's Monday. It's not a victory Monday. We turn a page. We do not talk about this game at all. We just talk about what goes on moving forward, in my opinion, with Will Levis, how we're going to win this game, how the defense is going to win this game in Nashville and the home opener. We don't want negativity with this game. I'm turning the page. It's over. We're 0-1.
Yeah.
We got to start off 1-0 at home.
I'm going to say this one more time, and I already said it on the video I put on Twitter, and I can't stress it enough. The one thing this kid needs to do immediately is cut this shit with the social media and the fucking cologne and the commercials and going on every interview possible. You embarrassed yourself, brother. You embarrassed yourself. You embarrassed us. You embarrassed the owners that changed everything up to help you succeed. You embarrassed everyone. So cut this shit. Stop being Mr. Showtime until you earn it, because you look like a joke. And then when that happens, then we can go from there. But I couldn't be more upset at him. And that's just the reality of it. And he knows it. I think he knows that the whole fan base is pretty pissed off. So I think he looks back at it and hopefully changes it up and acts accordingly against this Jet team. Because you better start checking shit down or tucking it or run it and sliding. Because you better stay the fuck away from those sidelines. Because it ain't working. He ain't ready for it. Okay? Lamar Jackson missed some incredibly easy throws to win the game on Thursday night. The Ravens are going to be okay. We're going to find out if we're going to be okay, because we're not losing our weaponry. Our defense seems to be good, and hopefully we have a coach on the offense and offensive line that will make adjustments. Because Brian Callahan didn't look like a guy who deserved the job. Bill Callahan didn't look like an all-world offensive line coach, and all those things need to happen as well in order for us to succeed with Levis. So we're going to find out what this brass is made of in 7 days. And that's the good news. It sure is the good news. So anything else, boys, before we wrap up?
Can't wait to see you guys at the end of the week. Party your ass off, and can't wait to see all the listeners as well on Saturday night and Sunday while we're tailgating. Let's turn the page and get a W, boys.
Absolutely. It's an absolute must win now. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The lights are going to be bright even in the daytime. So can't wait to see hopefully all of you there, and especially Saturday night as well at the DraftKings Sports Bar. So that's going to wrap it up for us. Again, everyone who joined in, probably almost 1,000 between Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, whatever. Appreciate everyone joining in today. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, share the show with anyone who wants to watch or cares to listen, and that'll help us out tremendously in the long term. So back to the drawing board. Let's try to sleep this off. And we're still saying it either way. As always, tighten up. Sammy, send us out.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast Talking Titans on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.